Okay, we're on Fortan Road again. And yes, if we turn right, we could go all the way to the airport with just 2 traffic lights. It's a fantastic trip. We'll do that sometime. But I want to go swimming today, and so that's where we're going. Sorry about that. And this is over the highway. And then down to the roadworks. The smelly roadworks, I should say. If only you could smell what I smell when I get to this intersection. But hopefully I'll be able to get through here a bit faster. I won't get stuck at the lights because it really is smelly. Ah, thank you. I can sneak between these 2 guys. And then get stuck here. Blast. Well, the roadworks have been ongoing here for some time. And apparently it's cleaning pipes, and I'm getting a whiff of it now as we prepare to turn left on Yunwo Road. And it's the smell of hydrogen sulfide, H2S, rotten eggs. Not so bad today. Maybe the pipe cleaning's finished after all this time. Apparently next month they should finish. So we'll find out. We're not going to beat the toothpaste truck. Okay, we're getting onto the highway at 80 kilometers an hour. And there is a bit more traffic on the road today. So-called Chinese New Year is early this year. The Lunar New Year. The year of the rooster. And what usually happens before then is a lot of companies overseas are wanting to ship their goods out before the start of the Lunar New Year, because then it's a month-long lag after that as things start to fire up again in China. Okay, on the right-hand side is the Hong Kong Jockey Club Sha Tin, and on the left-hand side is the purpose-built race course station in Fortan to get punters to the races. Now, races in Sha Tin generally happen on Sundays and public holidays, and the midweek races are held on Hong Kong Island at Happy Valley. That's on a Wednesday. And it's during the cooler months of the year. Thankfully, they don't have human beings sitting on top of horses running around circles in the middle of summer. Okay, we're entering the Tolo Highway now. It's 100 kilometers an hour. So we're doing 90. It's a pretty good speed, 90 for here. You find that there'll be some people who are very familiar with speed cameras and traps, and they'll be able to go beyond that if they want. On the left-hand side is the Chinese University of Hong Kong campus. Immediately to the left is the Hyatt Regency Hotel in Sha Tin. It's a recent addition to the area and meant that a lot more accommodation was available in Sha Tin. Population 1 million. The campus is still on the left-hand side. On the right-hand side is the mouth of the Xingmun River going into the Tolo Harbour. You can't see it right now, but if you were to get on Google Maps, you'd be able to. Also on the left is the MTR East Rail heading north. coming up on the right hand side is the Hong Kong Science Park. There are some futuristic buildings there. Unfortunately, not really a lot of good stuff coming out of there yet. It is yet to meet its potential, I suppose. So we're down to 80 kilometers an hour here because there are roadworks. But just have a look at the number of commercial vehicles on the road in front of me. A couple of cars, but scores of industrial vehicles. Just gives us an indication that it's definitely a back to work day here. The first day after the New Year break. The first working day of 2017. Still on the left hand side is the Chinese University of Hong Kong campus. And also there are some pretty impressive developments on the left hand side. This is private housing. It's low rise, and from there they'll get a lovely view of the Tolo Harbour. Also, these buildings on the right are on the Tolo Harbour, just on the shore. It's a rocky shore, man-made. And there's a bike track and running track that go along the whole length. Well, we're still at 80 kilometers an hour along here. Sometimes you wonder when is the best time to do road maintenance. Tough question, that one. Anyway, we can't do anything about it. It's underway now. I'm going to get into the left lane because it kind of set us up for going to the university. Okay, so wow, these guys appears to be doing some gardening and cleaning the walls. One wonders if it's really worth the bother of planting things in the middle of the highway there if maintenance is required. Probably best to, unfortunately, it's not pretty, but just leave it in concrete, cover it up. Or put advertising there, make some money out of it. There are signs everywhere else in Hong Kong. Okie dokie. We're going straight again. We're veering off the highway though, and we're going to take this newer flyover to the area called the Tai Po Industrial Estate. Speed drops down to 70. It's still really bumpy here, even though this is a relatively new road. I think you can feel that when you're watching some of the joins here. Mind you, I've always found that the suspension on the Fuoco is a little bit stiff, so I think that's part of the problem. If I'm in my wife's car, the Honda Stream, can barely feel these bumps at all, just seems to fall over. But for me, on this bike, it's bumpity bump the whole way. Not a lot of traffic lights until you get to here. We've got half a dozen or so before we get to the university. So we're definitely going to overtake this cement mixer. There we go. Wasn't very hard. And there's the sign, the Education University. That's where we're going. I don't think you can use those kids as an example of Hong Kong's success or failure in international sport. I think you can use them as an example as what any other teenager would be doing if they were asked to go running first thing after the holidays. So that building over there, white top and pink band, that's ATV's building, and ATV stopped broadcasting in 2016. Oh, I thought that beep was for me, but it can't be. It's for the cars turning left. Yeah, it stopped broadcasting in 2016. Just ran out of cash. One stage, people were working there and not being paid. I mean, living in hope, I guess. So now we're on Tin Kok Road in Tai Po. And even if you're in the most comfortable car in the world with the best suspension, you would still feel loads of bumps along here. It really is bumpity bump the whole way along. Been dug up so many times. Why? Who knows? Now sometimes there's a police checkpoint up here, and a couple of weeks ago I got stopped and the policeman said it was because my headlights weren't working, only one of them. And I had to explain to him that on the Fuoco, one light is for normal beam and the other is high beam. It's kind of funny. He still told me to get the headlights fixed though, so what can I do? We're almost at our destination. Gee, it is shaping up to be a nice day apart from the pollution. How about that? We're not going to Kowloon. We're going swimming. Time to go. Take a left up here. I don't know if the lights will stay with us or not. Let's see. Yes, we can do it. Now look at these trees. A friend of mine asked me to tell him what kind of trees these were. And you know what? Have you heard of Wikipedia? I know that some of these are paperbacks. Okay, you can see them. Happy? And these, although they're not mangroves, they do look like them, don't they? Very wiry. And into Lo Ping Road we go, and we have a destination.